Good morning, class 12. Today we are going to discuss about explanation of properties on the basis of crystal field theory. So let's start. First one is electronic configuration. Now, electronic configuration depends on the extent of crystal field splitting. According to Hund's rule, electron pairing occurs when each of the 5d orbitals are occupied singly by an electron. First of all, we are going to discuss about the octahedral complex. So for D1, D2, D3 configurations, each of the T2G orbitals are singly occupied. Now, D4 configuration onwards, the electronic configuration depends on the nature of the ligands, or I can say on the extent of the crystal field splitting. If the metal complex contains strong field ligand, then the magnitude of crystal field splitting is higher. So the electrons, they prefer to occupy the lower T2G orbitals against the Hund's rule, and the complex that is obtained, that is a low spin complex containing lesser number of unpaired electrons. Right, now we need to remember one thing: if the ligand is a strong field ligand, then the crystal field splitting is much more than that of their pairing energy. Right. Next, if a complex contains weak ligands, then the extent of the splitting is lesser. So here Hund's rule is obeyed, and the electron pairing occurs when all the 5d orbitals are singly occupied by an electron. So the complex that we obtain here, that is a high spin complex containing more number of unpaired electrons. And a weak ligand, in case of a weak ligand, magnitude of crystal field splitting is lesser than that of its pairing energy. Fine. In case of tetrahedral complexes, basically it follows Hund's rule, and here the electron pairing will occur when all the 5d orbitals are singly filled by an electron. Right, and the complex that we get in case of tetrahedral complex, that's always a high spin complex, though there are few exceptions that we discussed in the last video. So the electronic configuration in case of octahedral complex, strong field ligand. For D1 it is your T2G1, for D2 it is T2G2, D3 it is T2G3, D4 it is T2G4, D5 T2G5, D6 it is T2G6, D7 it is T2G6 EG1, D8 T2G6 EG2, D9 T2G6 EG3, and D10 it will be T2G6 EG4. This was for strong field ligand where Hund's rule is not followed. Right, so the pairing starts before all the 5d orbitals are containing one electron. Now if I talk about the configuration in case of weak ligand, then for D1, D2, D3 the configuration remains same, that is T2G1, T2G2 and T2G3 respectively. D4 onwards the configuration is your T2G, it is your T2G3 EG1, D5 it is T2G3 EG2, then D6 T2G4 EG2, D7 T2G5 EG2, D8 T2G6 EG2, then D9 it is T2G6 EG3, and D10 it is T2G6 EG4. So these are the configurations for the octahedral complex, both for strong and weak field ligand. Next we move to the tetrahedral complex. Tetrahedral complex, what is the configuration? For D1 it is E1, D2 it is your E2, D3 E2 T21, D4 it is E2 T22, D5 E2 T23. Now D6 it will be E3 T23, D7 it will be E4 T23, then D8 it will be E4 T24, D9 E4 T25, and D10 will be E4 T26. So these are the following electronic configurations of the tetrahedral complexes. Right. Next property is magnetic behavior. Now magnetic behavior also depends on the crystal field splitting energy. If a complex contains strong ligand, the crystal field splitting is higher. So we get a low spin complex which contains lesser number of unpaired electrons, and if a complex contains weak field ligand, then the crystal field splitting is lesser, and the complex obtained is a high spin complex containing more number of unpaired electrons. We basically need to know that if a complex contains at least one unpaired electron also, in that case the complex will be called as a paramagnetic complex, And if a complex contains no unpaired electron, then the complex will be termed as the diamagnetic complex. Last property is color of the complex ion. Now, when a substance, whether it be an atom, ion, or a molecule, absorbs radiation, energy of the photon excites the electron from lower energy level to higher energy level. In case of transition metal complexes, the energy gap between the d orbital is much lesser. So, photon with frequency in visible range can excite the electron from lower energy d orbital to higher energy d orbital. Now, basically for the complexes, the color that we see, that is known as the complementary colors. What are they? Like, the complementary color of red is green. That means if a complex absorbs red light, it will be appearing as green. Or if a complex absorbs green light, it will be appearing red. So, next, violet complementary color is yellow. If a complex absorbs violet light, it will appear yellow, and vice versa. Blue complementary color is orange. Okay. Now, if the complex contains a strong ligand, the crystal wave splitting is very high. So, that particular complex will be absorbing light of higher frequency. Okay. If a complex contains weak ligand, then the crystal field splitting will be lesser. So, that particular complex will be absorbing light of lower frequency. So, on that basis, we have to say which color the complex will be absorbing, and what is the color that we can see by our eye. Okay, so that's it, class 12. Thank you.